Today is Thursday, April 9th, and this morning I got laid off. Still an ongoing thing, but I think like a good chunk of the company is getting laid off. Not super surprising, honestly. If anyone feels like you have job security in this day and age, you're probably mistaken. And you know, we've been more cautious with our spending as this has been going on. We're not in a bad place, but we're also not in a great place because nobody's gonna be hiring anytime soon. I honestly don't expect that I'll get hired again until August. Really? Because of all this stuff, just who's gonna be hiring right now? I'll try. I'll definitely be trying to get hired. You know, software developer, iPhone, mostly mobile development. Yeah. So we're gonna hunker down a little bit, maintain our cheaper cost of living, and probably forbear our loans for that we have on the boat. Go on unemployment, return my taxes to get those handouts that they're giving out because I need one. Anyways, got some computer work to do to kind of get our eggs in a row, ducks in a basket, that sort of thing. Then keep working on the boat because regardless, we have to leave here in a couple weeks because the hurricanes, they wait for no man, and we are not going to be here for that. Always something, right? Always something. But you just kind of roll with the punches. There's no real reason to get upset about it. You just do what you can with the options you got. Fortunately, we're pretty handy and we're in a lot better place than a lot of people are. So let's fix the boat and enjoy the last of our time here. We're still somewhere tropical with pretty water, so we might as well enjoy it. An excuse to start spearfishing more so we don't have to spend money. I can actually try to catch our food for real. All right, let's do some boat projects. We've got a helicopter.
I wonder where they're going.
Yesterday was my official last day working, so today we are going to go cruising around the island some. And I'm going to explain how our plans have now changed that we're cruising while unemployed. But we're also going to have some fun. We're going to go check out Megan's Bay. It's on the north side of the island and of St. Thomas. We've never been to the north side of St. Thomas at all, I don't think. So this weekend we're going to kind of circumnavigate St. Thomas. It's not very big. But you know, see what's there. So we've heard good things about it, and probably Kelsey and I will clean the bottom of the boat because right here where we are in Long Bay, the visibility is kind of sketchy. You only can see like 5 to 10 feet, and it's just because there's like a lot of dust in the water, and it's just creepy really to be in that kind of.
And there are fish that just like sit right under the boat
and stare.
And just stare at your soul.
And it's also 30 feet deep, so if you drop something in this visibility, you're not getting it back. Our helm station is looking a lot more complete. We have a compass, a temporary iPad holder till we get back stateside and get a better iPad holder, and a new chart plotter. This gives us radar. And let's kick the tires and light the fires. Yeah, all of this is a Fontaine Peugeot charter fleet that nobody's chartering right now. Dead. No one's here. We are going to take a small pit stop at the marina here because this is where we've been every other week or so, stopping to get water, fuel, and get rid of trash all in one. So it's very convenient, and they're very accommodating to cruisers, and they are an essential business, so they're still open. So yeah, Crown Bay Marina is the spot where we go to do all this boat provisioning specific stuff. It's right over there. Kelsey is docking for the first time ever. Pay attention!
The pressure's on.
Almost done.
Yeah.
We fill our tanks up this way because these need to be replaced and they don't currently open. So this works. So we just installed the compass recently, and this is like the shakedown cruise for some of this new electronics and compass. And the compass seems to be off by about 90 degrees. I'm not sure if it needs to be calibrated or if there's something bothering it, like electromagnetism. The solar panel wires are running behind it. They might be creating some, but they're also shielded. So we'll see tonight if the offset's still there or what's going on. But for me, the primary use of the compass isn't so much for like keeping track of our GPS position. It's honestly if you need to hand steer and you need to keep going straight, you look at the compass, especially at nighttime. We don't have any like nothing to bear upon, and you don't have any bearings visually at night. And so if you're steering and like say the auto helm dies, we can just keep it like right now, even though we're technically going 90, it says 120, we could just always hand steer to 120. It's off, but it's consistently off at this point. And for me, that's the #1 use of a compass on a boat with all the modern technology. Yes, it should be right, so you could actually find your way, but that's kind of a secondary use, at least most of the time. So I'm gonna explain a little bit about my previous job, the one I just got laid off from, and you know, why I was laid off. The company I worked for did loans, that travel-related loans. So both things kind of depend on consumer confidence, getting loans and going traveling. And right now, the industry obviously is really hurting. Nobody's traveling and nobody's doing big enough trips to need loans to travel for. So we were told, even as of last week, that the company was in a very strong financial position and that we probably had enough money for a year or two. They didn't really give us details, but kind of were led to believe that we didn't have to worry. And then this week, they cut a decent fraction of the employees that worked there, almost 20%, I think. I don't have the exact numbers, but it was a lot of us. And the rationale being that the 2020 traveling season just isn't going to happen, and that the company needs to make sure it's healthy enough to wait around to start making money again in 2021. So you really can't begrudge them that. Me getting laid off is a direct side effect of all this COVID-19 stuff. I was working on mobile development, and for that company, mobile development has never been a cash cow. And if they're going down to austerity measures and skeleton crew, I would see why they would get rid of the mobile stuff. So, yeah, I no longer have a job. So what about YouTube money, you might ask? Well, we don't make that much on YouTube, really. It's honestly only enough for maybe a little bit of diesel every now and then, and for like upgrading and maintaining our camera equipment. We don't make a lot of money on that, and it's not like we can live on it. So yeah, we can't really live off YouTube yet. Maybe in the future, but not right now. I'm gonna go clean the bottom of the boat, and it's pretty bad. It's been almost like a month since we cleaned the bottom of the boat.
You cleaned it in Culebra. I haven't helped you in a while.
So yeah, there's enough down there for the both of us, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
And I think there's like little shrimps on the bottom, so you get these shrimps in you, or at least I do.
Only you do. I never get those.
So I'm not looking forward to getting shrimp, eh?
They like men.
They like getting the body hair. Yeah.
There are goats. Literally billy goats.
Look at the one up over the cave.
Yeah, that's the one I'm zoomed in on. There's a few up here. Oh my gosh, look at them.
This looks like a staircase somebody built. Just went on a dinghy ride. It's a cool little spot. There's goats up there. So now that I don't have a job, there's two important things to do. One is spend less money, and the other is try to get some money coming in. In order to spend less money, our plans now are going to be that we are pretty much going to avoid marinas unless we can get a really cheap one somewhere until I get a job again. We're also going to do loan deferment, so we don't have to pay loans for a bit. This is a lot of people are losing their jobs right now, so the banks are fairly understanding. with the loan deferment thing. And lastly, we'll do like the small budgeting stuff, cut back subscriptions that we don't need. I'll turn off my second phone since I'm not working anymore and I don't need a backup phone. And we're gonna be sailing back instead of motoring back. We're not gonna be able, until I get a job, we're not gonna be able to do a lot of fixing the boat sorts of things. So I'm not really sure how much it's gonna set us back, but we'll do the things that aren't too expensive and we can DIY, like putting a new floor in and finishing building the cabinets. That's not too expensive. So that's kind of what we're gonna do to stop spending so much money. In order to make more money, firstly, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get a job. I just honestly don't expect that I'll be able to get a job for a few months, probably honestly not till August if I'm being like semi-realistically pessimistic. So in the meantime, you know, it was a layoff. I'll file for unemployment because we need to feed ourselves. I do get a couple weeks worth of severance, so it's not a lot, but it's something. And then we have the YouTube stuff. Now YouTube's not a lot, but we're gonna see if we can't augment that. We're gonna start making more videos. I have t-shirt designs. This is not one of mine. I have t-shirt designs that I've been wanting to make for months, and now I'm finally gonna have the time to make them. I also can start helping Jessica with the videos because Jessica's been the one keeping the channel alive up to this point. So I'll help edit and film. We also figured out that YouTube has like a membership thing that's really similar to Patreon. I think it's like a competitor to Patreon and YouTube. It's just the join thing somewhere over here. And so we turned that on. It's silly for us not to turn it on because apparently some people really like doing that. And so we figured out how to do that and we added some perks. So if you haven't been interested in Patreon, totally fine. If you're interested in joining channels, do that. Maybe check this out. So what else are we going to do to make some money? Oh, I have an invention that I've been working on a little bit, but I've been so busy I haven't had time. So I am going to work on my invention. It's a little bit of a secret, but the people I've tried it to all think it's viable. So maybe I won't even need to go back to work. I can build an invention and we can just fund ourselves that way. More on that in the future. But yeah, look for shirts that are gonna be coming out. I'm excited. What else are we gonna do to make money? Once I get the new t-shirts designed, I'm definitely gonna like let everybody know. If you'd like to help out, links to our current t-shirts, which I think are pretty cool, are below. And you can help out by also joining Patreon if you're interested. So, wasn't planning to be unemployed and cruising, but as I'm sure you all know, the unemployment rate in the United States right now is astronomical. It's like out of this world. And now I'm just one of the statistics. Yeah, this is affecting everybody. And I think we're in an okay spot. We're not in a great spot because we spent a whole bunch of money on the boat before coming down here and dipped into our savings a little bit, and we were just starting to build our savings again when this happened. So not in a terrible spot, but not in a great spot. We get those loans deferred, and on unemployment we should be able to limp along if we just live simply for the next 4 or 5 months. Anywho, this is Megan's beach behind us. One of like the beaches to come to in St. Thomas, and no one can go to shore right now. So it's beautiful, but we can't go. Which right now I'm getting eaten by no CMs, so I don't want to be there. Let's dinghy down and see what else is here. I'm gonna go right down the line.
The birds are so happy. They're like taking over everything.
Hello, Booby. He's trying to decide if he should leave or not. Thanks for watching. Just a quick update. That's it for this video, and thanks so much for all of your support.